Ashley StClair. I've been saying StClair all the time. StClair is StClair is a hot Trump supporter, and that's all you need to know. That's my intro.
That's perfect. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Not a Russian bot.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me. Okay. So are we good tomorrow at 2:00? Is that the deal?
Yes, that works. 2 p.m.
EST.
No, standard time or?
No, 2 p.m. EST.
Okay.
I only think in
12
EST.
my time. Yeah, that works.
Okay, 12:00 for you, noon. Okay, cool. Tell me how did I come across you? Like, what's your, I'm not, how do you think I found you? I think I found you on Twitter. How do you think that is? Or do you know?
People retweet me a lot.
So you just got a really popular Twitter following and like famous people tweet you? That's why I saw you? I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking for your type, put you in quotes or whatever. I'm just wondering.
I say things that appeal to both sides a lot of times, even though I'm very conservative. I'll speak out against both sides. I wish from those followers when I say anything against Trump, but I'm not scared to speak out on either side. So I think that's why I have such a far reach, because I say a lot of things that people on both sides of the aisle can resonate with.
All right. Gotcha. I was just going through your feed just to kind of touch, and find out, who are you? I know who you are on Twitter, but describe yourself to I want to touch on the issues tomorrow. Have you got an hour to go, long form tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Cool. So we'll get into whatever we want to talk about tomorrow, but tell, who are you and what are you all about? And why is your friggin' boyfriend so frickin' handsome? Holy cow, stop. I can't even follow you on Instagram.
All the time.
I checked you out on Instagram tonight, but I can't follow that. It's all pretty pictures of you and the boy. That's not cool. So describe yourself for... Describe yourself for...
Air Force boys get you every time.
Okay, there you go. So who are you? What do you do?
But, so I am a conservative pundit. I am a free speech activist. I work in politics currently. I'm actually not, because my contract's allowed to say where I work, but it's political consulting, political fundraising. I'm also a student. And the biggest thing for me, why I'm growing this platform, why I'm so outspoken on Twitter, is because I think there's a lot of things that aren't being talked about that should be talked about, because there's so many people who have been censored for saying the same things I am, and I've been censored as well. And I just think that goes to show that what I'm saying and what these other people are saying is important. That's the only reason we're being censored, is because there's a message that needs to go out. We have American values being threatened daily. Obama, one of his administration was just arrested on serious charges, and not one major news outlet reported that. So I think Twitter is becoming, Twitter, podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, all these things are becoming big outlets for people to get actual stories out. And to hear real voices, not just the mainstream media. So that's why I think it's important. That's why I push my ideas so much on social media. But at the end of the day, I'm just a student and someone who works in politics who really cares about conservative values.
Okay, I appreciate your takes. What do you think the top 3 conversations we're having badly or not having at all, that we need to really have a serious discussion, put our ideologies away, our egos away, and actually hear each other? What are some of the top conversations you think we need to talk about in, Western culture type of thing, right?
Yeah, so, it's really hard to narrow down the top 3. I think free speech is a big one, and so many things go on under that blanket of free speech, because people will have the topic, but when you say free speech, it's considered a crazy right-wing nut job when you talk about your free speech, and no one's willing to sit down and talk about why we value free speech so much. What's going on in Europe? With them limiting free speech, people are getting knocked on their doors for mean tweets. And where I it's so important. So I would say free speech, because that brings in a bunch of other things, like the question of Islam, the question of the ideology as a whole, because as soon as you say anything about Islam, it's this whole, you're Islamophobic, you hate brown people, that kind of thing. The other one, I would say, it's probably abortion, because that's never really talked about outside of politics. It's never talked about just like unbiasedly. No one's having an honest conversation about what are we doing. The worst violations in our history have been when we try to define who is or who is not a person, whether that be blacks or women or gays or whatever. That's when we had our worst civil rights violations. So I think that's a conversation we need to have honestly outside of religion, outside of right or left, and say, okay, what are we doing here? You know, a black baby has the same chance of being born as being aborted now. And I think those are scary statistics that we should look at outside of politics.
Mm-hmm. Free speech has got to be number one. I think it's funny how you discuss Islam in the context of free speech too, but that's a whole separate conversation. Even if I think there's an important conversation around the Islamic question, but it's a religious question, really.
Talk about it.
Jews and Christians.
Free speech thing.
Yeah, Jews and Christians have to have not so much there, but all of them need to have a big conversation there too. And I'm afraid right now because of the Alex Joneses being cut and the Megan Murphys, especially Megan Murphy.
Megan Murphy that was awful.
I know, like Alex Jones is crazy, and he's entertainment, and I still don't think he should be cut. Crazy. I don't care what he says. I let him say it. But Megan Murphy was just shocking to me, and I'm a little worried because it all seems to be, I'm a lefty, like you don't know me either, but I'm a 10-time Green Party guy, in Niagara, in the Niagara area on the south shore of pristine Lake Ontario. We're across the lake from Toronto. And, I'm intensely political, but I'm not 24 anymore. And strangely, I'm still social on a lot of issues. But I'm not 24 anymore. And strangely enough, I've changed my position on major issues like capital punishment. I used to be, kill the guy. Yeah, if he's a monster, put him to death. And now I'm like, I just fall under I kind of tend to believe, no human has the right to kill another human. You don't have that right to just make that decision, So I've changed my mind on things like that, and I'm surprised because I'm loyal. And then when I drifted off the loyalty to my positions, I'm feeling separation anxiety. I feel guilty. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, this is weird because I didn't believe this before, and now I do. And I think that, what you hate in Trump is what you see in yourself type of thing. You know what I mean? And I thank God for Trump right now because, one, everyone's talking politics. And I think me being political and every conversation that comes out of my mouth is political, 90% of the people aren't like me. They don't care about politics, or 80%. A great majority of the people don't care about it like I do. And so God bless Trump if it's just from the standpoint that everyone's talking about Trump which is politics. You know what I mean? I know it's a little bit of a freak show, and he's a little bombastic. He likes to bullshit, and he's entertaining. But I'm like, God bless him, because all of a sudden we're tuned in, and now we're all talking abortion again because of these states that are passing these or failing to pass these late-term laws, or now there's heartbeat laws that are coming in, and that's a place where, hey, in 1993 when I was green, it was pro-choice. Absolutely. I could argue at all the points, but when I really thought about it, I'm like, you can't tell me, at least I'll go for this. And I didn't know that Canada didn't have an abortion law, but like, you shouldn't be able to kill it in the last 3 months. Can we just get an agreement on that part of it? Like, if you can't make up your mind in the first 6 whole months, like, the Crowder episode of him walking in and this girl and her husband disagreeing with the choice. She's like, you know what? It's just not convenient. I'm good. 9 months. Like, that's just, I don't get that. I don't get that. So anyway, that's a little bit about me and where I'm at. So I think you're right. Your tweets and I don't know how I stumbled across. Somebody retweeted you and I saw it, or somebody liked it and I saw it, or kept doing that. And you're beautiful, and I'm like, what? Whoa! Look at this. This is when I was a green guy, I used to say, why can't we have the hot, beautiful, intelligent chicks, pimping the green party, because that's what we need. We're not a bunch of Birkenstock wearing tree huggers, And I like this idea of these hot female conservatives, especially Candace Owens is killing it right now. Like,
oh yeah, she lost the floor with Taboo.
But you can't, like, I guess I live in a socialist country. You know what I mean? I don't find many people going, yeah, good for you. They're more like, oh, she's a racist. I'm like, I don't. Even Faith Goldie. These guys are a little off the wall. Maybe they haven't had perfect performances on podcasts and stuff like that. I don't know, but I've never, like, anytime I say we'll produce what they said that was hate-filled or racist, like, you can't. No one can. I'm like, yeah, strong borders, yeah, enforce the law, blah, blah, blah.
Goldie was banned from Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's still on Twitter, still on YouTube, but I don't, well, she's a hate-filled bigot, I guess. I mean, I'm not a huge Faith Goldie fan, but at least she's a strong woman with an opinion. Like, it just happens to be mostly conservative.
We need more of that. And what you said about the abortion is absolutely true. I mean, it's splitting votes here. 86% of independents agree with Trump's State of the Union address, mostly because of what he said about late-term abortions and let's protect innocent life. We can't have these late-term abortions right until the baby's born. We had a governor from Virginia saying that you should be able to terminate after they're born.
That was incredible.
After birth.
And they're not even backing off the video. I mean, it's right there. It's on a radio show. I'm like, this is obviously not taken into the proper context, but it's all there. And you're like, what? I just like, okay, well, it used to be the 6 inches, the birth canal determined, because, you can't argue with someone that says it's not a human being, it's a fetus. What? You're an idiot. Or we can't, if we can't even determine that that's the human life right there, I mean, come on, man. So I think some of it's laughable.
We hardly know when life ends. How are we supposed to say when it begins?
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we'll hit some other stuff. Are you able to come in on Skype tomorrow, or how do you want to? I mean, I can do this. I'm just holding the speakerphone up to the microphone right now, and we went live on Facebook, and then I go to YouTube and stuff like that later. But is Skype familiar to you? I'm kind of new at it.
Yeah, Skype works. That's how I do most podcasts.
Oh, okay.
It's Skype.
Cool. So then I can get a screen capture if I've got, I should be able to get a screen capture at least of you. I prefer that nobody even sees me. So let's try that. We'll just go full screen, Ashley, and put me in the corner. Yeah, awesome. What's your man's name? Are you guys married down there?
John.
You guys married?
No, we're just dating.
Oh, okay. Well, that gives us all hope then. Awesome. What else you want to hit tomorrow?
What was that?
What else you want to hit tomorrow?
I'm down for whatever. You can just scroll through my tweets, see what button you wanna push of mine.
Okay.
I'm pretty down to cover all topics.
Okay. Where do you did you go to school for it at all, or where did you come up with your takes? You always been a conservative, or did you, describe your?
I was actually a Democrat, hardcore social justice warrior when I was a teenager.
How old are you now?
And then I'm 20. I'll be 21 in July.
Okay.
And I was a teenager. I was spending a bunch of time on social media, and I got involved in this SJW politics. And I realized I was going on with this outrage culture, so I deleted all my social media for a year. And that's how I started coming to the beliefs I have now. I was in the real world. I actually watched a lot of Steven Crowder videos, and specifically one where he was debunking a lot of these Black Lives Matter cases, where they were made to seem like just these innocent people who were doing nothing, just trying to buy candy, and cops just shot them because they're brown. And I watched him debunk this and show all these things where half of them had weapons, half of them were doing something.
No, but he's funded by the Koch brothers, though. He's all Koch brothers money. You can't trust Crowder. That's what,
I can trust facts, though. I went to his sources. I saw everything that you don't like doesn't mean they can say things that are untrue.
Right.
I mean, hell,
I don't even know that. It's just that's what
the other day.
That's what the distractors, that's what I hear anytime. Like, I'm careful about who I repost because I don't want to seem like I'm a fanatic, even though I am for some of these guys. And Crowder, he's bright, man. He's bright. He's really talented in the art of conversation, boy. And he's an example of a guy that will walk you back until you agree on something. So we're talking abortion. Okay, so let's walk it back. Can we agree on when it's life? Okay, maybe you can't, and then the discussion ends there. But he's very tactical, and he's debating university kids. So,
he's tactful. I mean, but that's how the conversation should go. If you can't even agree on where life begins or ends, you can't even begin to have this abortion discussion if you don't even know what you believe, and you have to start at the fundamentals.
Right.
Where does life begin? When is it okay? Do you believe in viability? You have to backtrack. You have to get the basis of the argument.
Cool. All right, so we'll Skype you in tomorrow. We'll keep you for an hour. We'll hit all the things that are I'm totally engaged in American politics now for whatever reason, and that's a good thing, I guess, because I think he's interesting because he's saying the things that no one will say, you know what I mean, and. He's given free will on your position on abortion too, so you can run as a pro-life candidate. It's not in his platform, so he doesn't care, which I think is interesting as well. So, but I'm fascinated with the American elections. I even unbelievable. And the other night, I did this screen by screen. I had CNN and I had Fox, and it was kind of like up here. Sometimes you got Bell and you got CBC. They're both left wing, but sometimes they're different on what they, the scroll across the bottom, the headlines. Uh-huh. It was unbelievably just deliberate. I don't know. I'm just stunned by it because we don't really have right wing media up here. Sun News tried it up here, and it didn't go anywhere. And so we've got state sponsored CBC, which is funded by the government, to a huge degree, and then we've got Bell Media that owns another huge end of it, and maybe Rogers is in there too, but there's not a lot of independent news in the States. At least you got Fox to balance things out. And I like Shapiro. He says, listen to you read a story in the Daily Wire, and then you read a story in the HuffPost, and whatever they have in common, you can consider truth. Whatever is outside of that is opinion. And I thought, that's genius.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, your social media and everyone else's social medias are so important, because you guys get those other voices out, especially in Canada. But yeah, I look forward to having a longer discussion with you tomorrow. All
right, cool. I appreciate your time tonight, and I'll touch you up for an email, and we'll put some thoughts together on what we're going to hit. But yeah, we can fill an hour with no trouble. And props to you, man. So young and so articulate and vocal and stuff like that. That gives me hope. I don't know. You must be an old soul, because I look at you, I'm like, I'm bad with ages, but I'm like, I never would have guessed you were that young. But and that's not so. Hey. Even better, because you get your head screwed on straight. You seem to be like an independent thinker on all issues. You're not, like you said, you're not right or left. You're a Trump supporter. Make America great again gets you in a lot of trouble down in the States, I guess. But God bless you.
Thank you so much. I look forward to talking.
I'm blushing now. I think I made myself blush. All right. We'll check you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Ashley StClair. I won't get it wrong next time. I appreciate your time tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.
All right.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Funny. So, 21 years old. I can't take anything she says seriously. We're not friends on Facebook, so I haven't added her there. Ashley StClair. What is she on Twitter? She is. Oh, she's gone again. Angie, AOC's fake account comes into my feed, like I don't follow the fake, there's a parody account, right, an AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Like, I don't follow either one of them. I don't have to, because both their stuff comes into my feed from people that I already follow. But the parody account comes into my feed way more than her normal feed does. Like I said, I don't follow either one of them. I don't have to. Ashley, where'd you go? Oh, man. I'm going to find her for you. Anyway. I don't know how I found this girl, but there she is. StClair. Ashley. She is at StClair Ashley. Exactly the way you think you would spell it. At StClairAshley. At StClair Ashley. We're going to talk to her tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why. It's going to be fresh and fun. She describes herself as, what'd she say? Oh, her Amy Schumer is not funny. Freedom fighter, conservative. She's in Denver. And she's following me. Oh, good times. She follows 320 people. One of them's me. Ooh, I'm blushing again. StClair follows me. And yeah, she's got like 50,000, 44,500 Twitter follower. And she's bright. I don't know. I like her takes. Fuck. She's 21? That's bullshit. Oh, well, she's bright. Anyways, going to talk to her tomorrow for an hour. Big Rude Jake. Big Rude Jake is in town Friday. Good Friday? Is that the 19th? Sorry, I'm dry as it. Look out. There's some ricochet right here. Big Rude Jake's in town. Mate Cafe. He's got the combo coming down with him. Swing band. Are you kidding? Fucking great band. Big Rude Jake is from St. Catharines. He's made some tracks all over the world. Check him out on YouTube. BigRudeJake.ca. That's pretty sure. But check out the calendar at Mate Cafe. I'm pretty sure it's the 19th. Giddy up on that. CC Bucko, I already said we're chasing you down. We'll see about that. Deborah So. Oh, I'm so hot for Deborah So. It's her voice, I think, more than anything. And she's beautifully Asian. Smart. Wow. She just had that piece. I don't know if you saw that piece. I'm promoting this one again. That was in Globe and Mail called The Sex Recession. She's a sex neuroscientist. Yeah. And she's got great takes. And I like these left-wing people. I don't, like, I believe things. No. Moral convictions seem to be playing on my conscience. What am I talking about? I'm rambling. I'm live. I'm not even... I could have been recording this offline, but nobody watches this shit anyways. The mics do I have a decent sound? Oh, yeah, so the mics are working. So, yeah, we're going to Skype her in tomorrow. Ashley StClair. I'm going to try to find her on Facebook. I found her on Instagram because you can find her on Twitter and then go to Instagram. But Instagram is like her and a very handsome boy. And a lot of the pictures of that. Like, she's a beautiful girl and everything. But, like, yeah, that's not my jam. That's not my jam. But her politics are good. So she likes pretty boys. That's not my problem. Actually thinking, okay, I got to get off here because I got some more work to do. Ilhan Omar. What the fuck is with this woman? I don't follow her either. And she's in my feed all the fucking time with the... She's whack. These Democrats, I don't understand the left in the States anymore. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe, well, all I'm going to find is a supporter in Ashley StClair tomorrow because she's conservative. And I feel like I'm so right-wing on so many things that I care about right now. And number one is freedom of speech. Don't tell me words are violence. Fuck. So Ashley StClair, that's tomorrow. That's Saturday, April the 15th, I guess. No, what the fuck am I talking about? Tomorrow's the 13th. What did I say before? Did I say the right